So, good morning, everyone. As you all know now, my name is Laura. So, all of us, students, professors, even researchers, and future CEOs, we all spend years sitting in classrooms and buying books and studying and learning. We all really spend lots of money, time, and effort trying to build a better future through education. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for success is something as simple as talking? Well, today I want to talk to you about something that maybe doesn't come to your mind when you think about economics, but it plays a big role, and it's communication. More specifically, the economic value of conversation and how language skills serve as a bridge to opportunities, collaboration, and success. But this isn't just my opinion. So let's look at the numbers. English is literally everywhere, as we all know. English is the main language of the internet. Over half of the content online is in English, which means that it's also the language of global business, of collaboration, and education. There are almost twice as many people in the world who speak English as a second language than native speakers. So that is 740 million people in the world who are using a language that they had to learn. Why? Because it pays off. The earnings of a bilingual worker are almost twice, are almost 20% higher than the earnings of a worker who speaks only one language. And just to give an example, in the United Kingdom, language skills bring over $60 billion to the economy every year. But here in Colombia, only 3% of the population can speak English. And still, one in every five professionals can say that they have missed a job opportunity just because they did not know another language. And with all of these advantages, you would think that mastering a language would be something kind of simple, yet many struggle because language isn't something you just memorize. It's something you experience. You see, language isn't learned in isolation. You don't master it by memorizing grammar rules or flipping through vocabulary flashcards. You learn it by using it, by stepping into real conversations, by making mistakes and adapting and trying again and again, which brings me to the one thing I want to share with you, and it's my personal experience. I was once just another attendee at our faculty's English conversation club. I once decided to go, so I showed up and I listened, and I was nervous to speak just like everyone else. But session after session after session, I kind of found my voice. And now I'm not just part of the conversation, but I also help lead it, because these clubs are not just practice grounds. They are incubators for confidence and critical thinking and global understanding. So that's when I realized that using a language is very different to just knowing a language. Because when you are learning a language, it's not just about what you know. It's not just about what's in your brain. It's about what you do with it. So the one thing I hope you remember from all of this is that, you know how they say knowledge is power? Well, unused knowledge is just decoration. I had spent years spending money on English courses and stacking up grammar rules and vocabulary in my head, and it was all like unspent money. I never actually used it. But then when I joined the club, uh, suddenly my English wasn't just something I had, it was something I did. And before I knew it, that first conversation led to my first real job ever. So if improving my language skills can get me up here pretending to know what I'm doing, then just think of what it could do for all of you. Now, the question is, I'm not trying to convince you to learn English because you already know. What I'm trying to convince you to is to use it. Because do you want to just witness the global conversation, or do you want to shape it? After all, the people who lead the conversation are the ones who drive change. The people who not only listen, but they also talk. So as I told you, language is not just it's not something you learn and then you have a new skill. It is also a bridge that will connect you to new ideas, to new people, and to new opportunities. So build it, build this bridge and cross it and see where it takes you. And if you're wondering where to start, well, the answer is kind of simple. Just speak up. Even if it's messy, even if it's not perfect, even if you make some of the common mistakes, even if you confuse before and after, or if you're not sure when to use who or whom, or even if you do the classic and say, I have 21 years old, yeah, even if you do all of that, just speak up and just start because we all started somewhere. We all started with a bunch of mistakes. And if you can, we'll join one of our language clubs. Um, Take a good look at this, especially English on Wednesdays. I heard the host is a cool girl. Um, so let's say that you go to any of these clubs. They're all great. Let's say that you go one day. Worst case, well, you make new acquaintances, you make new friends. But best case, you go for a few times and suddenly, well, you end up on stage giving a speech in front of a room full of brilliant people. Thank you.